And hello, everyone. Welcome to WD Carousel, a podcast. My name's Ian.
And I'm Crystal.
And we get to finally wrap up a series that we've been going for a very long time on.
Yay!
Yeah. But first, we need to talk to you about our friend Jenny, who started Sea Witch Adventures.
Yeah. A trip to Disney should be exciting from the moment you decide to go. Unfortunately, the details of travel, ticket purchases, fast passes, scheduling, and meal planning can suck the magic right out of your trip. That's where Jenny comes in.
Sea Witch Adventures is a personalized trip planning service that puts the magic back into your trip by taking the stress out. You'll get concierge service tailored to your experience you want and the budget you set. The best part, there's no additional cost because the agents are compensated by Disney and other travel vendors.
Follow Sea Witch Adventures on Instagram at seawitch.adventures to find out more.
Yeah. And she's our sponsor.
And we're going to be having an episode coming up with her here soon.
Yeah, I got to send her that email.
If
Sorry,
you guys
Jenny.
have any questions, let us know. I'd love to have questions to be able to ask the travel agent.
Yeah.
I think that would be very
fun for our first,
Yeah.
because we want to come in this a thing with her, and if you have questions that you've always wanted to ask a Disney travel agent, it'd be kind of neat to try something like that.
Yeah,
So,
free
yeah.
question answering by a Disney travel expert.
Yes.
And not just us two travel obsessed with people.
Yes, we like to plan, but it's not our
I'm
job.
not going to plan your trip.
Right.
I'm going to plan my trip.
Exactly. That's what we do.
She's going to plan your trip.
And she's good at it.
Yes. So,
Anyway.
we are to the final countdown.
Oh, no, sorry. That was not where
That's not Disney.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No.
Yeah, so we've been talking about the best, basically all of the shows in, all of the main shows of
At
all the parks in
Walt
Disney World, indeed. And then we've been ranking them, and I was surprised at how few of them there really were, for some reason. I don't know, I feel like there's tons of them, and
I'll agree. There are some parks, specifically the Magic Kingdom, where the entertainment factor is off the wall.
Right.
And you feel like you're going to have a lot of shows. Also, same with Epcot. I would feel like there was more shows there, but there weren't.
There weren't that many.
Not
it was just
official shows.
Right. And they were all in the World Showcase, and a lot of them are kind of, how do you say, dated?
Very.
Yeah.
Very. So we are at the finals of this. We have decided the top shows for each park. And a quick little reminder, in the Magic Kingdom, there is the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Indeed. In Hollywood Studios, we have the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Animal Kingdom is Finding Nemo the Musical.
And Epcot is Oh Canada.
Oh Canada.
Oh Canada.
So these are quite a diverse selection.
It kind of is, yeah.
Well, in one of them, you have animatronics.
Yep.
In another, you have an action show.
Yep.
A behind-the-scenes action
Live
show.
action show, yep.
In another one, it's a Broadway production.
Yeah.
And then another one, it's
just a circle vision.
Oh Canada.
Yeah, gotta have our... It's just Oh Canada. Hi, Martin Short. We're over here.
So...
So this is... We actually haven't talked about this one.
We have not. We've been very quiet
And
about
busy,
our opinions.
so
but
so we're just gonna have to go through...
I'm fairly certain we kind of have matching thoughts, and
on a lot of ways,
I'm
for
going
sure.
to put number 4 as Oh Canada.
I would 100% agree with that, and I will be very clear. I have a lot of nostalgic value at Oh Canada, but none of that is based on anything except for nostalgia and my dad and I making fun of Oh Canada. That's all it is.
When you're comparing it to the other players in this game,
it's kind of comical, honestly. I'm surprised
nowhere near the caliber.
Caliber. I am surprised that even like that's
the top.
Really, that Epcot, that was the best that it had to
Yeah.
offer, and I guess it was. Like, I kind of went through the rest of them, and I can't think of one that I really thought was
maybe the America show, but that's...
I mean, like, we already have Hall of Press. I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was kind of how that happened.
So Oh Canada's number 4. We're just
4.
going to take it off the list right now.
It's already at the bottom. Sorry,
It's not going to compare.
Love you, Epcot,
It's not.
but no.
Which is really shocking because I would think Epcot would have better shows.
I know. I don't know what's... Anyway.
They don't have the rides. They don't... the amount of rides that other parks do. They don't have a lot of the same stuff. You would think that at least have more shows.
Yeah.
And they have minor shows, but they're not the standard...
Yeah. For me,
Big
it's,
things.
and this is sort of kind of going off the rails, but I think Epcot is sort of just, for me anyway, it's sort of the immersion factor. I think that for me, it's Epcot and Animal Kingdom are like my immersion parks, and sometimes the show isn't the thing that gets me there. Like, I just love to be immersed in the world and just
And
experience
me, it's the
it.
festival park. So
Yeah.
it's the food, it's
Yes.
the entertainment, but not the shows.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
It's
the...
still kind of immersion in a way.
Yeah, but it's not the show.
Not the shows.
So,
Yeah. To be fair, I will say I go see O Canada every time, but
You have to.
again, it's not because it's a great show. I don't know. It's just Martin Short pays me every year. I don't know.
Okay, so number 3, what are you putting in that category?
Oh man.
Because now
this
we are
is
at
hard.
a 3-way where it's actually competition.
Yeah.
Because before we did park to park and then park to
Yeah.
park and then those final 2.
So
This round, we just got rid of one.
I know. And again, we're kind of finding ourselves in the world of like nostalgia and stuff at this point. I'm gonna say, just gut reaction, Indiana Jones.
And
Is
why?
number 3. Because it's good, but it's old, but not so old that it's like super nostalgic. Like, I have a little nostalgia for it, but it's not like a nostalgic show.
Because I was
per
going to say
se.
Tiki Room is old.
No, Tiki Room's old. But Tiki Room has that classic thing.
Tiki Room is classic
It's like
Disney.
right? And
And the show caliber is not Nemo. So
Right.
I would be inclined to agree with you. The
Yeah.
Indiana Show and Stunt Spectacular
as 3.
as 3. Not saying it's a bad show.
No.
It is a great show to go to. Very
Yeah.
engaging.
Yeah. It's kind of with the heavy heart that I put it at 3, because it's kind of funny because Epcot was like easily the 4th.
Yeah, there's no comparison.
There's no question.
None.
And Lanuba wins it. I'm kidding. No. Hey, I thought we'd throw that one in there. No, it's not even
I
there.
was gonna say they don't even have it anymore.
I know.
But then I went,
I know.
you know.
What do they have there now? Do they have anything yet?
They are building a new building for
They are
a
building
new show.
building. Oh, so they're gonna ditch the existing theater?
I believe so, or they're changing it
Changing
up
it
or
up,
something.
okay.
There's construction
Okay.
going there, but there's construction in that whole area because they have the NBA experience and they
Right.
have bongos leaving now.
Oh, that's
that whole
so
little
sad.
section. Anyways, we're digressing.
We should have a whole episode on like changes or something.
Yeah.
Changes. So yeah. Anyway.
Turning face the strange.
Face the strange changes.
Okay, but anyways,
yeah.
Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. I would
We're gonna
agree.
place that
number 3,
3.
just because, like you said, there is nostalgia, but
And it's good. It's very good.
It's very good.
And there's a reason it's been around for so long is because it's very good. But
And the reason it's the number 1 in the Hollywood studios, it's good.
it's good. And also Hollywood Studios is just kind of sad right now. Waiting on you, Galaxy's Edge. The whole.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So I want to tell you both. We're all counting on you.
Okay.
Because there's nothing else there. So now we've found ourselves choosing between 2 shows, and it's going to be really annoying.
Oh my god, this is gonna be hard, and not because I'm gonna say not because one is better than the other, but they're different.
Yep.
They are
We've run into
as
this before.
different as you can be with a
We-
Disney show.
We got here in exactly the same kind of way with attractions.
Yes.
We found ourselves with a very classic show, or classic attraction. We found ourselves with like a very modern and high quality attraction, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Yeah. And it was
Don't
one of
ask
those
me what
deals-
those rides were,
I
'cause
can't remember
I
what they
can't
were.
remember.
Yeah, I don't either. But I remember being in
But go
that
check the
situation.
episodes if you're
Yeah,
curious.
if you're curious, we'll link them up. I don't know. Should we do some pros
Okay,
and cons?
yes.
Okay. So let's talk first about Finding Nemo, the musical.
Okay, Finding Nemo the musical.
It is a Broadway level show.
Correct.
Broadway quality.
Yes.
With price of admission. It's one of the longest shows that you can go
Correct.
see. It's like an hour long, right? Almost.
Not that long. I would say
40
minutes long.
which for a Disney show is very long.
very long. That's double what most of them are.
A lot of bang for your buck. Like
Mm-hmm.
right there. Like, I mean, it's like you're paying
The
Broadway-
costuming,
yeah,
the
I mean, you're
music.
almost paying for a Broadway show in and of itself. It's really amazing. It really truly is a high quality, and it's not like, I don't know how to say this. It's like it's a musical that they made out of a franchise, but it's like not poorly done. Like they actually like thought about like the adaptation, you know,
yes.
The music. As I recall, this was a number of years ago that I saw it, but it was very high.
They also reused the song "Big Blue World" in Epcot for the Finding Nemo ride,
thing.
but
yeah,
that's something else.
Yeah. So it's really in all fronts in terms of a Disney show. It is pushing the boundaries of everything. It's high quality production.
A show that reaches all of the family age-wise.
Yeah.
You will enjoy it from childhood to adulthood.
For different reasons,
For
seeing
many
different things.
reasons.
Between the spectacle, the quality of the content, it's really, truly amazing. And one of the best.
What's a con? Because you said pros and cons. What's a con?
What's a con? Oh,
give me a con.
shoot.
You said pros and cons. I'm holding you to it. I want to see what your con is.
Crystal.
I know.
Okay.
Devil's advocate.
I know. So it's not as old, which you could argue as a good or a bad thing.
That's a con. It's young.
I'm trying. It's very young. No, it's actually not even that young anymore. Oh, God. It's
not.
like more than 10 years old. Okay. Okay.
The movie's 16 years old.
The
movie
argue,
can drive.
Here's one. We could. That's weird to think about. I could argue that some of the good things about it could also be negatives if that's your deal. Like its length could be a problem if you need to like do other stuff.
That is true.
It is a long it's a commitment to go see it. It's not just like in and out. Let's do this. It's not Festival of Lion King where it just goes every 45 minutes and you just like go in. It actually has like show times, if I remember correctly. Like they only run it so many times a day because of the fact that it's such a big operation. So that's something to think about if you want to make sure you see it. It isn't always like you can't just like run in at any time.
The building's not engaging to go into.
No,
it's a big brick building in between Asia and Dino Land, or not even a brick building. It's just a really awkward building. That's my con.
It's your con.
It's an ugly building.
It's literally just like a theater space. So
it's like the big ugly building in Valley Fair that is right in front of the water park area. You're the only one who gets this reference, but I don't care.
Honestly, I have not been to Valley Fair in probably
so
10
nobody
years.
gets this reference but
Sorry,
me.
Crystal.
But it's a big ugly building right in the middle of nowhere for no reason.
For those of you that don't know at home, Valley Fair is
we've referenced it before.
It's
our park up here.
Yeah, it's like our Cedar
here.
Fair, it's our Six Flags, it's in Shakopee. Anyway, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got some decent coasters.
It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so
there's not much cons.
There's not many cons.
Positives to the Tiki Room.
The Tiki Room. Okay.
The building is beautiful. The line, the hold area has a little show of its own where a Tiki God comes out and has a little talkie-talk.
Yep.
And then you go into the building and it's air conditioned, but both of them are air conditioned.
Yep.
And the interior show is nostalgic. It's classic Disney. Yep. It is a Walt Disney original.
Yep.
So those who have the draw towards that will feel that.
It's visually stunning in terms of there's lots to see.
Everything in that room is part of the show. Yeah. Unlike Finding Nemo, where there's just the little stage, so you're constantly looking around and seeing, that carved statue that was right near the door that I thought was a decoration is actually singing along with the song, and the ceiling, there's flowers up there that are singing along.
And there's an attention to detail of the space that's very, very interesting for Tiki Room. Whereas, because that's true. I mean, Finding Nemo, in the fact that we were talking about how great it was as a show, it is that. It's a show. I mean, that's all it does. It doesn't do
This is more
anything.
immersive?
This is the immersive Disney-style show that it's kind of known for, like a Carousel of Progress, I got that right.
Good job.
Thank you. And I'm trying to think of more. Goodness. There's so many. We've talked about them for the last 3 months, but it's that full immersion experience that all of that is there. And with Finding Nemo, you are just watching a show. No part of the space besides looking at the stage is that immersive. It's a well put together theater. It does fine. And I think it's just benches. Like, it's just kind of very stock
and this
theater.
one's benches too, but I also I love how the perspective changes and you don't mean it, and it's just a classic Disney trick where you come in through certain doors, but then once you sit down and the show starts, it's like your whole view of the world changes.
Right.
And windows that you technically aren't windows, but it feels like the whole world shifts, and it's just another Disney magic.
It's Disney magic, yeah.
That is classic.
Perspective shifting and playing around with lighting and doing all that stuff. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great.
The songs are catchy.
Yeah.
And I will say one of the negatives is I could see little kids being bored in this show a little bit more than Finding Nemo.
The last time I read the unofficial guide, the category was what drugs were they on when they made this up. But
in the tiki
room. So either you are into that or not. At some point we would have argued that
it is right next to the Dole Whip.
It is right next to the Dole Whip. If that's a positive or negative to you, kind of take that as you will. I would say it's a positive, but
I'd say it's positive.
That's me. Considering the fact that I've just had the first time I had Dole Whip was about a year ago, so there's
it's
that.
Almost a year ago.
It's almost a year ago. About 3 or 4 months short of that. That's pretty crazy. So that's there's. I'm trying to think of bad things.
It's easily handicap accessible, which is shocking.
That is kind of shocking considering how old it is. Finding Nemo is 2 though.
This is so hard, guys.
So hard. Okay, so oh boy. We're gonna boil this back down. It's gonna be nostalgia versus cutting edge again.
Yep.
But
I'm teetering. To be honest, I'm teetering.
I've been going back and forth for a while.
I mean, when I came into this episode, I'll be honest, at first I was thinking Finding Nemo as number 1.
Yeah, I kind of was too.
But as we think about it more and as we talk about it, just the amount of discovery that came with the Tiki Room show, the amount of innovation, when you're thinking about all the little tricks and everything, the details that they put into the show.
And I think that
it's a lot more than just a black background with some bright, characters floating around, copying a IP that the story was already laid out and you already know it.
I think that decision would factor into our existing strategy, which has always been full innovation, but not just reiterating on an existing concept. Because before we had been comparing a show like The Haunted Mansion versus a show that is, a ride like The Haunted Mansion versus a ride that was a super innovative roller coaster. And the roller coaster was innovative, but it was also still just a roller coaster. So in a situation like that, it was cool, and they were reiterating on something that existed, but The Haunted Mansion, there wasn't really a lot like it at the time. There was In the Dark kind of going through that sort of thing, but they were utilizing Omni Mover. They were utilizing lots of a mixture of new and old things, and they were pushing something to a new concept, whereas all the roller coasters have been more or less just a roller coaster and doing it that way. So that's...
Now that I talk about it more, I'm leaning towards Tiki Room being number 1.
Yeah.
Just because I think about the videos, the classic videos that you see of Disney talking about his innovation with the birds.
Yeah.
And how he brought the audio animatronics forward with this technology.
Yeah.
And how many iterations they've had of this show as well. One of them we refuse to talk about. But, they brought it back to the classic, but they've also brought it forward as well into the future.
Yeah.
And not only is it a classic ride, but it's a ride that still packs it in even after all these years. It's not something where, it's getting old and dated. Oh, Canada.
I think I mean, to be fair, it kind of started old and dated, and everyone's okay with that. Because sort of you know what I mean? manages to fall into that weird, because we were talking about this when we were talking about the which we got to get back to. I keep
The
forgetting.
Polynesian?
Yeah, we were talking about the Polynesian, where it's when you jump into something like tiki culture, it immediately dates it.
Yep.
That's just how it works.
But that's the kitsch. That's what everybody likes.
Right. So as long as you go into it with the wink and a nod, it's okay. And that's what they did really well. Mm-hmm. And even though that the original iteration of the ride came out, all the way back at the beginning of, Disneyland, and then it arriving
And
here.
the Sherman Brothers.
And the Sherman Brothers score. And I think that if we make the argument for the Tiki Room, here are my points with the Tiki Room that I like.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
The innovation, kind of boiling down, the innovation is bigger.
Yes.
The theming is stronger.
Yes.
The history is bigger.
Yes.
The cultural relevance is higher.
Yes.
The park identity is higher.
Yes.
That's kind of where I'm at this point.
But in the contrast, we have a Broadway-style show.
We do. Which is unique to the park.
Which is unique to the park. And its production value is
astronomical.
Beyond amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're working with a story that not just the people who are dedicated to the parks or the history of Disney are familiar with, so a broader spectrum of people.
This is true.
As well as the audience would be more engaged throughout their age range than I think they do with the Tiki Room.
This is correct. Yeah, the Tiki Room is sort of more catering to Disney fans. Mm-hmm. Because I know that a lot of
But we're Disney fans.
Yep, I know. But who are we targeting here? We have to, you know what I mean? Like, what's the
best ride? What's the best show? Not
the
best
best
ride. Best show. What is the best show at a Disney World park? I love how we both made noises at the same time.
I know. We've been doing this for a while.
Frustration.
Wow. Okay. I'm still leaning a specific direction. Are you?
You go first.
I'm still thinking Tiki Room.
Me too. Sorry, Finding Nemo.
Hard because
you are amazing. You are a beautiful miscongeniality.
I just really... Because I really like that show. It's really hard. And this has been true for me and this is the first time where we've both been like struggling the same exact way. Mm-hmm. Because with the rides for me, I always struggled with like a really high-end roller coaster they've been able to do with just absolute perfection because they've added in the storytelling aspects and everything. And for you were always more skewed toward the shows because you don't really have a thing for roller coasters. So that was just an easy built-in thing for you.
I will say the reason that I'm leaning towards the Tiki Room being number 1 and Finding Nemo being number 2 is because you can see Broadway-style shows outside of the parks.
This is true. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You cannot see Tiki Room.
But you can't see Finding Nemo outside the parks.
I think they actually had a run for a while.
Did they?
I think they did.
Okay.
It might not be going currently, but I believe they did have a run going outside of the parks.
Well, if that's the case... Then it's more of a commodity.
I think I'm settling into Tiki Room more being number 1.
Okay.
You okay with that? Can you handle that?
No, I can. I think that's probably the right answer.
It's appropriate.
Because it's appropriate to where we're at. I think that overall, if we're following the all-around best show, and we were cutting things out previously because they were more a commodity item and not as unique to Disney. I think that looking at it from the fact that instead of it being something that exists in the world that Disney executed very well, but instead being something that's just so unique to Disney culture and the Disney fandom and the Disney park fandom more specifically, it's kind of hard to dismiss it. And I think that that's what makes Tiki Room the winner.
Agreed.
I think it is. I think we just decided that's the winner. Oh, all right. So
I'm sweating.
I know that was hard. That was one of the hardest ones we've done. So in the end,
I mean, number 4 was fine. That was like, oh, Canada.
No worries, whatever. That was no big deal.
Good job. Here's your consolation prize.
You were always there to be number 4. Sorry, buddy. But yeah, that was hard. So okay, officially as of sometime in June
18th, 2019.
When we recorded this, not when we aired it. Whatever. we have decided that Tiki Room is currently the best show in Walt Disney World.
Followed by the Finding Nemo musical.
Which very close second. Finding Nemo the musical. Then by a very similar margin is the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, which
and then the poor little fourth runner-up was O Canada, because it had to be.
Because it had to be, and I love you dearly, but you're just you're okay.
No comparison.
You're O Canada.
No
what
comparison.
do you think?
Love you, but no.
Yeah, but yeah. Wow.
Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us?
Right.
Let us know.
Let us know what you think. We love.
If you support us, please let me know. This was hard.
This was deeply painful for us to go through. I don't know why, but yeah, that was a big one. But yeah, so I think now we've done attractions, we've done shows.
We'll see what we come up with next.
And I'm sure we're gonna revisit at some point because the landscape is changing.
Yes, and, especially I think we should revisit this around the 50th anniversary because Tron's going to be opening up, Galaxy's Edge is going to be opening up, lots of different things are going to be changing, updating. So it would be a good time around then.
Within the next year, we'll probably start up with either rides or shows again and do it again. And we've also got to continue on with our resort series. So
there's lots that's coming.
Lots of stuff coming down the pipe. So. Whew, that was a big one, though.
But I'm happy it's done.
I'm happy this one's done for now, because that was a big one. I was kind of dreading the decision we had to make coming into this one.
And I'm shocked that both of us changed our minds in the same way.
We did. We both changed our minds, and we sat down in front of the
We talked ourselves out of our original idea.
Microphones, and we totally did that. Wow. Alrighty, gang. Well, alright. After that bombshell.
This has been WD Carousel of Podcast. My name's Crystal.
And I'm Ian.
And we hope you have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Big, beautiful tomorrow. Just a dream away.